All right, let's see if we can understand what each one of these navigation tools does for us. Now, since when I look at all the different widgets I have available here, I notice that the assessment widget has the most navigation tools and includes, I believe, all the navigation tools. So let's see what these navigation tools do inside one of the widgets. So let me open up the assessment widget and we'll use that. So if I go here and because I'm in the assessment widget, I probably need to have some data to see what each one of these navigation tools does. So let me choose a student group that I've made. Now always remember, since I'm in a demonstration mode, the information that you'll see really is scrambled. Let me go to assessment sets and let me choose some math, 4th grade math, and see if that can help me get some data in here. Alright, so now I have my assessment data that's in my widget. So now I can see what my navigation tools do. Let's say I don't want this. I don't want 4th grade math, or I should have had reading, or for some reason I messed up. If I hit the refresh, all my filters and all my group selections disappear and it resets it back to the beginning. Alright, so now we know what refresh does. Let's see what some of these other ones do. If I come here again, choose assessment set, and we'll learn more about the assessment widget a little bit later on. But I just need to get some data to see what each one of these navigation tools is. So now I have my data set here. I've got some information. So let's see what happens when I print. When I go to print, as you can see, it shows me exactly what was on the screen. And I can see my kids, and I can see the scores that I had. I'm going to hit cancel because I don't want to print this today. So that's what print does. Now maybe I don't want to print it as a PDF, but I'd like to download it in an Excel file. So let's click on here and see what that does for me. So if that allows me to download this as an Excel file, and I can choose all different kinds of criteria and all different kinds of things. I can have my student name, and when I hit OK, it will save it to my desktop in Excel, as you can see. Let's not do that, but I'll hit cancel. So that's what the download widget does, or the navigation tool does. Now, let's say I'd like to not have all these other widgets here and just work inside the assessment widget, and I want it larger so I can see it better. If I click here and open it up here, then I can also see this widget expands to the full screen, and I can work a little bit better within that information. Alright, now I'm done working in this widget and I want out of the full screen. If I go back up to the arrows, I can exit full screen and get right back to where I was. That's what expand does. This downloads into a file, this prints it, this refreshes it. Let's say I have a question around how to do something in this widget. If I hit the question bar, it will open up and it will take me to the Help Center. And it doesn't take me to the Generalized Help Center, it takes me directly to the assessment widget part of the Help Center. So I have the opportunity to see all this information, get any questions I might have about this widget, and so I can understand what to do with it. When I go to that Help Center, as you can see, it opened up a brand new tab for me, and that's where all the help information. If I want to keep this open while I'm working on that widget, I could jump over here, work on it, and know I can always go back to the Help Center tab to be able to find some information. So I found what I needed to find in the question in the Help Center, so I will close that tab. And again, I'm back to my assessment widget. The final thing in this is this tab, and this tab is an upload data. If my staff or I have made a common assessment and have data, we have the ability to define and edit a test and upload scores. This also allows you, if I click on this one, it also allows you not only to make the assessment and define it, but then it also allows me to download a template that I can input those scores. We'll talk more about teacher-defined assessments later. I just wanted to know what each one of these navigation tools does for me inside of a widget. Alright, those are what they can do for us. Let's refresh this so I eliminate all my data and I close back up my widget.